What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's the day that or I guess I tell you who made it into the Everyone is Here tournament. Again, don't take that too literal, because if I had to include everybody, this tournament would never end. So, again, big thank you to everybody who gave any sort of character suggestions, whether it was, something common that a lot of people would put, whether it's something very niche or something just very kind of obscure. Thank you. I took everything into consideration. I went through all the comments. I tallied up the ones that I felt like a lot of people started kind of writing down or suggesting in the video, and then okay, let me try that again. I told you guys that I had a list of 100 characters that I already had in mind, but I was also, obviously, I'm taking your suggestions. So I crossed off, I think, where's my list? I crossed off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know. I crossed off like 17 to 20 characters from my list, and I put your guys' suggestions in there, because some of them were absolutely just like, oh, I didn't even think of that, which I love. And that's why we're doing this. We want to show support. So any of the characters that didn't make the cut, again, I'm sorry. It's either that... no, it's just going to come down to the fact that maybe you were the only one that suggested the character, or there's just... that's pretty much it. So, let's go over the participants. A lot of them we've seen before, but keep in mind, there are quite a bit of newcomers to this tournament, because, again, this is 100 characters we are doing in this tournament. So if you need a refresher very quickly, if you've seen any of my tournaments, it's going to be the exact same way. We'll vote in the comments. There's no match today. Matches start on Monday. Today I'm just going over all the participants, and I'll hit shuffle seeds, and we'll get to see every single first round matchup. All right, so that'll be cool. So familiar faces you will see, and new faces we will have as well. So again, these seeds mean nothing. It's just the character order I wrote. It's just the order I wrote the characters down. So here we go. Up first, Sora, Crash, Spyro, Steve from Minecraft, Ryu Hayabusa, Tracer, Doomslayer, Master Chief, Scorpion, Leon Kennedy rounds out the first 10. Alright, they've pretty much been in a lot of the tournaments. No surprises there. Most of these were on quite a few people's list anyway, so no surprise that they're in the tournament. Alright, moving down here. So let's go to number 11. Jill Valentine. We have a couple Resident Evil reps on this on the list as well, so it's not... If you like somebody that's not Leon, perhaps, and maybe like Jill instead, hey, she's back in the tournament. So Jill Valentine. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Keep in mind, we have no Fire Emblem Three Houses representation in Smash Bros. There's no spirits. There's no characters, obviously. There's no nothing. So something to take into consideration, and it's kind of been a pretty decent talking point amongst the community. So absolutely on here. Again, probably I'd say the weirdest one, only because it's not a single character. A Generation 8 Pokemon. Now, it just makes sense. Pokemon's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises, and to have a Gen 8 Mon be repped in Smash Bros. Through DLC, I think is very likely. It could very well happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, but I really wouldn't be surprised if it does, just to help promote Generation 8. Hey, the new generation is on the Nintendo Switch, alright? Something like that. I don't think anyone would be surprised. But moving on. Here's another popular one. I did have this on my list, have this character, but quite a few of you also wanted to see this as well, so... Akira Howard from Astral Chain, one of Nintendo's newest babies. So we'll see how that character plays out. That should be interesting. New character. Moving on, got Hayachi, Jin Kazama, Nightmare from Soul Calibur. We've never had Nightmare in here before. I did have Yoshimitsu in a different tournament, but yeah, Nightmare first appearance. That should be fun. Rex and Pyra. Keep in mind, if you only want Rex, if you think Rex just works better as a solo character, obviously, your vote would just be for Rex then, but it's the same ultimate thing. Rex is your character. But Rex and Pyra as a character, Rayman, Geno, Monster Hunter, Agumon, and Lloyd Irving round out the top 23, even though, again, keep in mind, seeds mean nothing, all right? Because I'm about to hit shuffle seeds, and we'll find out what happens. But moving on. Rimu from the Touhou project. Quite a bit of people putting that character down, so makes it into the tournament for the first time. Congrats. We'll get to see how the character plays out. But Dante, another interesting one that I had on my list, and actually other people started putting down too, which I was a little surprised about, but at the same time, cool. Pea Shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. Now, if you play the Garden Warfare series, and once I get into the matchup, obviously I'll break it down characters a bit more. But Pea Shooter, like Garden Warfare series, has like Dotling P, had like Hyper. There's a lot of different abilities that you can really use for a moveset. There's all different iterations of the Pea Shooter, so something I could break down in movesets and stuff like that. But yeah, Pea Shooter, first appearance in the tournament. Sub-Zero, another indie character, quote, from Cave Story, first appearance. Very cool to see. Edelgard, not her first appearance, but she's back. I think she wasn't in this last tournament, but I think the one before that she was in. But Edelgard is in, another pretty requested character. Chun-Li from Street Fighter. If you're going to talk iconic female characters in gaming history, Chun-Li has to be on the list. So, earned her spot here. Chrono from Chrono Trigger. Morrigan from Darkstalkers. First appearance in any of these tournaments. We have Elma from Xenoblade. A lot of people want to see Elma. There's a lot of Xenoblade fans out there. And so, she's back. Monokuma is back. Some people were saying like Monokuma / Monokuma with Junko. I just went straight Monokuma. So, hopefully that just kind of appeases everybody who was saying, yeah, we should get like another Danganronpa character, Monokuma and or whatever it might be. But solo character for that. So, hopefully people are good with that. Captain Toad, Cosmos, Phoenix Wright, Porky Minch, Lara Croft, Jibanyan, a new one, Frank West, Dead Rising, and you could make some very interesting movesets because he makes all sort of like blueprints and crazy weird weapons, and you could have a bit of fun with the character. So again, once his matchup comes up, break down the character, how they could work. Moving on though, Sceptile is back, Silex is back, and Chibi Robo is back. And keep on going. Chorus Kids, Karate Joe. I think this is Karate Joe's actual first tournament. Chorus Kids have been around before. But yeah, Karate Joe. Pauline is back. She did pretty well in this last tournament. Hey, we'll see how well she does again. The third Resident Evil rep on this list, Chris Redfield. Because there's a lot of people that are divided. No, I like Leon. No, I like Jill. No, I like Chris. Well, there you go. There was like one person I seen vote for Barry Burton. And I love Barry, the Barry headbutt. It's a thing, whatever. But yeah, so Chris Redfield down there. Let's see, Captain Syrup, Mai Shiranai from the King of Fighters series. Hey, Nintendo could surprise us again with something a bit old school. And hey, Mai was just in Dead or Alive, right? She was a guest character. I don't know. Hey, she's still relevant. She's still relevant. So let's see, Tails from the Sonic series, Paper Mario, Travis Touchdown, Amaterasu, Velvet Crow from the Tales of series. Hey, there's some Tales of fans in the comment section, and quite a bit were saying, yeah, I got to get Lloyd Irving. And I've seen a decent amount of people say Velvet Crow as well, so in the tournament she goes. Sephiroth, everybody knows Sephiroth is, right? Final Fantasy? Yeah. Another one from the King of Fighters sort of franchise, the Fatal Fury. Nakaruru, she was kind of a little speculated within the past week when the SNK leak happened, so her name was brought up. There she goes. I really debated if I was going to put this nice character in or not. I didn't want to, but Fortnite Default, Jonesy, I know that's the character's name, but we're just going to call him Fortnite Default. You can't argue that Fortnite's a very popular game, whether you like it or not. I outgrew Fortnite. I don't find it entertaining. It's just dumb. My opinion, I just outgrew it. That's all I'm going to say. But Fortnite Default's back. 2B, that's a character that's been talked about quite a bit lately, so definitely had to put her on the list. Louie, who's Louie? Captain Louie from the Pikmin series, because why not, I suppose. Ribbon Girl from ARMS. If ARMS does get a rep, maybe Springman doesn't get a promotion from Assist Trophy, so how about another character? How about Ribbon Girl? She's up there. Of course, you could have said like Min Min or Ninjara or like Twintel or somebody. I just want Ribbon Girl, just to clarify that. Let's see. Moving on. Impa from Hyrule Warriors, The Legend of Zelda series. Hollow Knight, first appearance in the tournament. Medusa from Kid Icarus. Hat Kid, second appearance in these tournaments. So, did okay in the first tournament that she was in, if I remember correctly. But Kamek, Mach Rider, Crystal, King Boo. Here's another new one. I actually got a couple new ones right here. Arle Nadja. I'm just calling her Arle. That's how I know how to pronounce it. So, Arle, she's from the Puyo Puyo series. I've seen a decent amount of people actually put her name down. So, hey, people are asking for her. She's in the tournament. That's how that worked. Mike Hager from the, the Final Fight series. It's been on Nintendo console, Super Nintendo, and I actually own Final Fight 2 still, if I believe it. I think it's in my closet, actually. But he's on here. Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, if anybody knows who that character is. Nice. Let's see. Cuphead is back. Funky Kong making his first appearance. Doesn't have to necessarily be an Echo Fighter of Donkey Kong, because Funky Kong, I can break him down into a quite a different character than DK, but Funky Kong's on the list. Sandbag, everybody's punching bag, you know, the smashiest character of all time, is back. Ninten, pretty much, if you don't know who Ninten is from the Earthbound Mother series, would play very, very similar to Ness, if not just be a straight-up Echo Fighter of Ness. So there you go for Ninten. We do have assist trophies that are in here again. Bomberman is back. Then we got other random characters, such as Dry Bowser, who could potentially be his own character, or could be an Echo Fighter for Bowser, potentially. Tetris L Block. Oh, God. I've seen, I think, 3 comments that said Tetris L Block, and I've seen 4 or 5 comments that said, put Tetris in here. They didn't specify what, they just said Tetris. So, Tetris L Block may be the biggest joke character, the biggest WTF character in the tournament, I suppose. We'll find out how it goes, I guess. There we go, back to a couple assist trophies, though. Springman is back. Actually, no, this might be Springman's first. He might have been in my first tournament. Anyway, Springman's in the tournament, that's what I'm saying. Bandana Waddle Dee is back. Maybe somehow he gets matched up against Shantae somehow, and we get a rematch number 5 between them. If that happens in this tournament, I would lose my mind a little bit. That'd be absolutely crazy. Just saying. But Dixie Kong is back. Shantae, the character who beats everybody in all my tournaments. Yes, I did state she was in, and she's back. She's back. Lana from Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda series. All right, quite a few people are putting her name down. Professor Layton, some people are putting him down, and I thought it'd actually be a pretty cool character. I don't remember the studio that makes him, but they have a pretty good relationship with Nintendo, so wouldn't be surprised if Professor Layton makes it at all. Not expecting him, but I wouldn't be surprised. A couple more assist trophies. Ashley, Shadow the Hedgehog, Skull Kid, Isaac, and Waluigi. That means we only have 10 newcomers left. Heavy Weapons Guy. Quite a bit of people were putting him down. I got you. Heavy Weapons Guy, he's here. Frisk from Undertale. I'll leave my opinion for Frisk at a later date. But who else? Dr. Eggman, he's back. He's been in one other tournament. Did pretty well. So we'll see how he does this time around. Shovel Knight, another assist trophy. Earthworm Jim. Anybody remember Earthworm Jim? Had quite a bit of people putting him down as well. So yeah, there he goes. He's in the tournament. Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed. Probably the most famous assassin. I'd have to assume most people probably know who he is, at least. So Ezio's in here. Crypto from Destroy All Humans. I had a couple people putting him on there, and I liked the idea, so I threw him in the tournament. Hatsune Miku. Pretty sure there's a new game, right? Hatsune Miku got a new game coming out, or did come out, or something like that, so why not? A few people put the character down as a suggestion, so there you go. Last 2 characters, Octolings, and then the only PlayStation rep I'm going with, Kratos from God of War. Now, I did see random one-off people here and there like, oh, what about Ratchet and Clank? What about Jak and Daxter? What about Sackboy? I'm just going with Kratos. He's probably more the face of Sony and PlayStation, if anything. So I just want him. If you don't like him, don't vote for him. Very simple. So now that we got everything out of the way, those are the 100 participants. Hello? Can you go up? Come on, computer. What are you doing, bro? There we go. Fine. Jeez. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, ready? I'm going to hit shuffle seed 5 times, and then we'll go check out the bracket, all right? 1. Oh, really? You want me to do this? All right, fine. Shuffle. I can't shuffle again. All right, fine. I can't shuffle again, apparently. So, here we go. Guys, ready for the bracket? Click. Click. Here we go. The final tournament. I mean, yeah, hit start the tournament, but the tournament's not starting on Monday. Matches will start on Monday. So, here we go. Here we go. I will have to change that. Oh, boy. All right. The first matchup of the tournament is going to be Frank West versus Pea Shooter. Okay. Then we got Shantae against Crypto. Oh, I'm sorry, Crypto. I'm sorry. Leon Kennedy against Chun-Li. Generation 8 Pokemon versus Ribbon Girl. Hatsune Miku against Lloyd Irving. Octolings against Crystal. We have Lana against Sora. Interesting. Louie and King Boo, Mock Rider, Master Chief, R.I.P. Mock Rider, Cuphead and Rex and Pyra facing off. Morgan and Earthworm Jim facing off against each other. Shovel Knight against Rayman. Okay, interesting. Phoenix Wright against Springman. Jill Valentine and Pauline Blythe taking on Porky Minch. My Sure and I taking on Skull Kid. Travis Touchdown takes on Sub-Zero. Heavy Weapons Guy taking on Doomslayer. Interesting matchup. Dante takes on Jabanyan. Karate Joe taking on Captain Toad. Spyro taking on 2B. Ooh, that could be an interesting one. Oh, there it is. Tetris L Block takes on Sephiroth. Okay. Gino against Arle. Chibi Robo against Kratos. Isaac takes on Dr. Eggman. Agumon takes on Dry Bowser. Quote takes on Mike Hager. Hayachi takes on Akira. Okay. Impa takes on Velvet Crow. Scorpion takes on Steve. Amaterasu's taking on Tracer. Bomberman facing Chrono. Arthur takes on Ninten. Tails takes on Monokuma. Hollow Knight takes on Crash. And in the last match for the first round of the winner's bracket, Cosmos takes on Waluigi. Oh, okay. I see Bandana D. So Bandana D's on the other side of the tournament from Shantae. So the only way they face each other is if they meet in the championship of the winner's bracket, it looks like. So, alright, maybe that happens. That'd be crazy. But, interesting stuff. So, here's, and then real quick, all the characters that have a first round bye, because that's just how the tournament plays out, if anybody cares. Hey, go back up. Where you go? No. What are you doing? There we go. Zoom in. Come on. Alright, so, looks like Kamek, Shadow, Captain Syrup, Nightmare, Funky Kong, Elma, Lara Croft, Jin Kazama, Nakaruru, Hat Kid, Paper Mario, Monster Hunter, Professor Layton, Rimu, Sandbag, Dixie Kong, Chorus Kid, Psylux, Ashley Edelgard, Chris Redfield, Septile, Fortnite Default, Ezio, Medusa, Ryu Hayabusa, Bandana D, and Frisk all have first round bye. So that is going to be the tournament. Should be fun. Again, matches start Monday. Keep an eye out for that. That is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully we catch you guys on Monday. Peace out, everybody.